Being Canadian is an enviable position in the world. We asked Rosemary McCarney what makes us who we are.
Well, I think you can think about that from so many vantage points. I mean, so much of it is family. I come out of a bedrock family, and that gives you a great platform to kind of test yourself in the world and go out there, but as a child and as an adolescent and then as an adult. And so, I come from a really traditional Canadian family, and as a child, and they didn't put any constraints on us in terms of what we could do or what we should do. Certainly they inculcated us with values about how we should do things. But I think that's important. But, I try to say to my children, the biggest lottery you ever won was being born in this country. Your Canadian passport, there is no lottery like it. It's you can't quantify it because what it gave us all, what it gives all of us is opportunities, that range across a spectrum, obviously, and I'm not pretending everyone has the same opportunities, but enough opportunity that if you work really hard and other things kind of work out the way they should, you should do really well. And I often say that to parents when I speak at things. They'll say, I'm not sure what we can do or how we can have impact. I say, you have influence. You have influence at the kitchen table. You have influence in your community. Speak up and speak out when things are wrong or things need to be said. But you have resources you can't even imagine that are so disproportionate to most of the world. But mostly what you have too is an ability to inspire young people. And the children of Canada, they're going to be successful. They have one of the best educations that money doesn't buy, that's publicly funded, one of the best education systems for all of its flaws and for all of our complaining. These kids are going to be successful. So cut them some slack. Tell them to go out there and spend a year or two traveling the world, stumbling around. They don't have to go right from high school to university and university to grad school. They tell them to take some time off, that it's all still going to be there in a couple of years, but they're going to be better at whatever they choose to do, and they're certainly going to be better citizens of the world for having gained some experience and some wisdom by tripping around the world a little bit. But I think that those things, that they're what not everyone can, and everyone comes from a bedrock family. For me, that was fundamentally important, but I think the bonus is being born in this country. We have an amazing context to try things in, to grow, and I think Canada is just this unbelievable experiment, unbelievable social experiment, and it just keeps evolving. I love this country, and I love what we're doing. I love the mix. I love the tension. Sometimes they're a little pathological, but generally the tensions in this country are manageable and actually push us almost always to be better. And I just don't know how we can replicate that. I wish every country had this.
If you're inspired and ready to advance your career, ask about our course designed around the lessons from Canada's top 25 women of influence.